Hi guys, welcome back to Vitae Sports channel, and we will be talking today to Darren Long, the founder of Vitae Sports, about the 100 tournament that will start in July, on the 21st of July. There's a lot of excitement globally about the tournament, so we'll have a chat with Darren. Hi Darren, hope all is well at your end.
Hi Aman, how are you doing? Nice to see you.
So before we get into the details of the 100 and how it could be a great experience for the fans and the players, so let's start. Darren, I wanted to ask you first of all, how is the excitement like in the cricketing fraternity in the UK related to the 100?
Yeah, basically, I mean, we're glad to obviously be playing a full season again, Aman, and hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully we can keep the COVID at bay to some extent. So it's nice. We've got crowds coming back as of today for the first county championship matches, albeit at a reduced capacity. So the weather's been pretty average at best, to be honest, but hopefully we're getting a bit of sun now and things will pick up. So yeah, I think it'd be interesting. I think people will be keen to go to the county championship matches, which are starting, just to get back to some form of normality and enjoy cricket. I think there'll be a lot of excitement for the 100 and all the cricket generally. Obviously, we've got the Blast as well. But yeah, it's going to be a new tournament. There's going to be quite a few differences to the normal cricket we've seen. So yeah, I think overall there's quite a lot of excitement. It's very much heavily aimed at families as well. So hopefully it'll be a great success.
You know, Darren, recently we've seen, with COVID, how tournaments have taken place, the bio bubbles and everything. Also the IPL currently that got postponed. What type of an effect do you think COVID will have in actually the 100 taking place?
I'm hoping, with the crowds, I guess, are the big one. I mean, not the big one, as if it got cancelled altogether like the IPL, which hopefully that won't happen. I mean, we were unfortunate. They unveiled the tournament last year. They obviously had to cancel it for COVID. So the timing's been pretty poor. Well, not poor, just been really unlucky. So with regards to the tournament, there's plans from the 21st of June to try and get everything back to normal in the UK. That's kind of pretty much on hold at the moment, just while this Indian variant's arrived. So hopefully we can get on top of that and things will carry on. But there's certainly people are a bit worried at the moment still, and we'll have to see how that plays out. So basically, it could potentially go ahead. I think it's really unlikely it'll go ahead with full 100% capacity crowds. But if it does with sort of 50%, I think that would be. I think you'd take that straight away now. But yeah, there's going to be, it's going to be effects. I hope it's nothing like what the IPL had to go through. But at the moment, we've just got to see how it plays out.
Before we get into the rules and the players and the coaches, I want to ask about the draft. We call it the auction in India, and there are different terms for it. And we also have Vitae Sports players that will be playing in the 100. So how was the experience of that, Darren, in terms of the players and coaches that you got for the 100 specifically?
Yeah, it's the first time we've had a draft auction in the UK before, and I think it was pretty exciting. The first one was great. It was all live. It was on Sky Sports. It was, it was fun to watch. This time around, they actually did it behind closed doors. I'm not sure why, but they did. So from my point of view, I had franchises calling me saying we're just drafting your player, which was great, but it would have been nicer to watch that happening on the actual live TV, or being able to be at the event, of course. So yeah, it's different. We've got a draft. So you can have 3 overseas players. They're all in certain categories, so it's a different one. It's different how it's done to the IPL, but yeah, it's added some excitement to it. It's, as I say, the initial draft, sort of, with the tournament getting cancelled, that kind of, it kind of just belittled, I suppose, that first draft. But hopefully in the future, there'll be excitement around the draft. Although a lot of players will obviously stay with the franchises they're already with, because they do have the rights to retain the players. So Yeah, no, I think it's been a good thing. It's just been really unfortunate with the COVID situation that's got in the way of it.
Dan, also, if you could just briefly talk about the new rules. I know there are 100, it's a 100 ball per innings tournament, per innings match. But how do you think the fans will react to the new rules?
Yeah, so I mean, it's going for like 100 balls and innings to make it as quick as possible. Probably more like a football match in terms of time. They're doing the 5 or 10 ball overs, and bowlers can bowl 10 balls. So look, I don't know. I mean, it really is. Let's give it a chance. Let's see what happens. Will it make it easier for newcomers to the game? Don't know. Got my doubts. So I thought, let's see. I just think, give it a chance, let it have a go. I think the main thing is the 100, the ECB need to be open to say this has worked, this hasn't worked, because there's no way it's all going to work. But hopefully, if more does and doesn't, they can just adjust it and hopefully get a premium tournament going, which really needs to attract, say, young fans and families and cricket fans alike. Really, there's no way it's gonna please everyone, that's for sure, and it's had its critics already. But if it serves its purpose, as in getting more people involved in the sport and enjoying it, then that's fantastic for cricket in general.
And then also about the coaching and the playing setups. What are they like?
So yeah, I mean, what they've basically done, they've all the franchises have pretty much gone for like a well-known T20 international coach. Obviously, it'd be nice for there to be more homegrown English coaches, and I think that will happen. And I think a few of the coaches are more figureheads than anything else. And then most of the coaching setup, certainly last year, they were all made from the counties. Each of the franchises were basically made of a group of 2 or 3 first-class counties, and the coaching staff came from those stables, if you like. It's changed this year, so it's kind of more, a lot are still like that, but it's now been opened up more, so that anyone from anywhere, or you could be a coach from one county and go to another franchise. So I mean, we've placed 3 coaches into the 100 in the past week, basically. So it's that side of it's opened up, and I hope it does. And I hope there's more opportunities for the English coaches. And the overseas head coaches who come in, I hope we don't just see it as I hope we put the effort in. I hope that the people who are here learn from them. We don't just see it as something where we can just basically just use the name, to try and put the franchise forward. I want them to hopefully come with some energy and give something back to the game there, so that everyone can learn from it.
How do you think, Darren, the 100 tournament will affect the county championship for the T20 Blast or the 50-over competition? Will it affect it positively or negatively? What are your views on that?
I don't see why it should have too much effect on the county championship. Me personally, I hope there's always a place for the county championship. I think it's a great tournament. Obviously, it doesn't get the spectator figures, but it is the breeding ground of young players. And tactically, I think it's a brilliant game. So I hope it won't have too much effect. I guess most young players in the world now want to be T20 superstars, and I understand that. I'm sure, I would myself if I was 30, 40 years younger. But so I hope the championship won't get affected too much. Hopefully it'll bring money into the ECB, which can support the championship even more. The Blast, again, I think that's a great tournament. I hope that doesn't get affected too much. Not really sure why it should do, as long as sort of the ticket prices stay reasonable. We'll just have to see. I say it's difficult to tell with the COVID situation. It'll be easier to tell in a couple of years. Will people want to watch the 100 and the Blast? Maybe they'll prefer the Blast. Maybe they prefer 100. Maybe we'll go for both. The big sort of victim in all this is obviously for England's the Royal London 50 competition. That's now been downsized really to run alongside the 100. So basically, straight off, anyone who's in the 100 can't play in the Royal London. Don't think you'll see as many overseas players. I think that's, it's still a proper tournament, but I think you'll find a lot of teams use it more as sort of just to give opportunities to some young players, which in its own right is good, but it's definitely weakened the tournament. 50 over cricket generally, you know, there's a big question mark over that, where it goes in the long run in world cricket. And I would think, personally, I would think the future of 50 over cricket is in big doubt, personally.
Then I think to sum it up, I have to ask you the £1 million question. I won't say the $1 million question. Will the 100 tournament, how will it compete with the IPL or the BBL or the PSL or the CPL? What are your views on that? Because I remember when the news came of the 100, everyone was talking about how it will compete with the likes of the other big global T20 leagues.
Yeah, look, I mean, IPL's just out there on its own, isn't it? Basically because of the money, you know, the razzmatazz, everything. The IPL's an amazing tournament. So I don't think, unless there's a massive influx of money into the, you know, that is the bottom line, is how much money are going into these tournaments. The ones you've mentioned, you know, they're all well-run tournaments. So I don't think it'll compete with the IPL. No, I say unless there's a large cash injection that comes into it. The other tournaments, yeah, you know, Big Bash, great tournament, PSL. You know, there's lots of great tournaments out there, and there's some good countries who don't have great tournaments at the moment, who hopefully will get their act together as well. So look, you know, the thing with with the 100 is, you know, it's got to be well run. We certainly hope so. You know, that's a good thing, great thing coming to England. That, you know, generally speaking, you're going to have a well-run tournament and things will be in place. So, yeah, I definitely see it being on a par with all, you know, the top other tournaments. I think IPL's in a league of its own for now.
Thanks, Darren. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. There's a lot of excitement. We're almost 2 months away from the tournament, and we'll be making more content regarding that. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Vitae Sports YouTube channel. Look at the website for more information, and also follow our Instagram channel for the latest updates. Thanks for watching.